the wild side of people there. Like, you'll never believe some of the stuff the jockeys get up to. Crazy. And now that fits us on nicely to my favourite section. Is called Under the Team Bus. For the new listeners around here, this is very much like the quickfire questions we had at the start of the podcast, except now Ellis has to throw her teammates under the bus and give the answers for them. So, Ellis, I gave you a quick brief of how it kind of works, but we'll do one for an example so everybody knows what you're about to sell yourself up for. So, who's most up for a night out in your teammates, in your history of teammates?
Cav. Kavanagh.
She just loves it. Who's the biggest practical? Who's the biggest practical joker in the squad?
Rachel Small. Well, Rachel Boyle now.
Right, Rachel Boyle, biggest practical joker. Who's the most clumsy?
Leah Tweedy.
Who's the most determined? Like, who's the one that turns up to training and you're like, who's wound her up today?
Siobhan Hunter. She's probably one of the hardest working people I've met. You know, determined to do everything well.
Nice. Who's got the worst fashion sense and who turns up in the most outrageous gear?
Oh, that's a tough one.
You're painting a nice picture of teammates. It's all wild.
I don't know. Everyone's got quite good dress sense. I'd probably just say me, to be honest. And that's
are you like the PE teacher mantra, just trackies every day?
Constant gym gear.
We'll let you off. You've given some brilliant answers, so I'll let you off for that one. Who's the best dancer in the squad? Who's the one in the changing room giving it the big licks?
Oh, Katie Rice.
Nice. And vice versa, who's the worst dancer?
Can't say me again. We'll go Joelle Murray.
That's nice, good answer. Who's the future coach when you're like watching training? Who you've got team manager written all over you?
I've already said Joelle.
You can say the same person twice if the answer fit.
Go Joelle.
She's got like Hibs Women's coach written all over her.
She's just got Mrs. Hibs on her back.
That's a good thing to have. Right, who is hard as nails? Who's somebody you think if it ever kicks off on the pitch, I want them stood behind me or in front of me, depending on how it goes?
Shiv
again?
Yeah.
Nice. Who's the most natural footballer? So that may not be who's the best player you've ever played with, but who is just, when you watch something like, you just see their touch and like they can take a ball out of the air that was 40, 50 yards in the air. Who's that kind of player?
Sharon McGregor. She's up there.
Nice. Right, we're going down to the final couple now. Who's the most gullible?
Gullible. I'm trying to think. Rosie Livingston.
Really?
I got one. She's young. Well,
the young kids would always get it.
Exactly.
Right, and who is most likely to order a plain meal at Nando's?
Kirsty Morrison.
Can't handle the spice.
No, I've grown up with her as well, so she can take that one. I've known her for she eats plain butter pasta, like just plain pasta.
That's a student meal if I've ever heard it.
Yeah, on it, so she can definitely have the plain meal.
Well, even if she denies it now, there's evidence that says contrary to it. Who's the most natural athlete? So, like similar to the most natural footballer, who's just this person has a motor on them?
Leah Eddy.
Fine guess. Last question, and this is the one that always makes people laugh. Who hogs the mirror the most after the game if they know they've got a big interview coming up?
Oh, Shannon McGregor.
You answered that one so fast. I love that.
But she's just naturally pretty, so she doesn't really need to, but she does.
That's a media prepared save. I like that, Alex. That's brilliant. That's a round of applause. I'll be using that one for training if I'm ever teaching somebody media training. So I've had so much fun for this. I think you've been brilliant in how you've shown the lifestyle of a part-time athlete, full-time workhorse. The only thing that's left to do is the one question I gave you a bit of time for. Yeah. We've got 3 songs. You've got to get the team ready for a big night out after winning the Cup, Champions League, after the first cap, whatever it is that you think is the big achievement. And we're there. What 3 songs are you picking and why?
Well, I'm a massive Paolo Nutini fan, so
fresh off Transmit as well. Were you at Transmit?
I was there, yes, of course.
Did you cry?
No, I didn't quite cry. Not quite, nearly.
Nearly.
I got tickets for the Hydro today, so it's great.
Congratulations! I couldn't get tickets.
Oh, that's sad. That's really
sore spot.
back out on Friday though, so it's fine.
Oh, we'll try
So,
again.
I'd go New Shoes maybe. By
Great,
him.
great song.
I'd go Afraid to Feel.
I like it.
It just comes on and it's a toe tapper. And then, since we're at Hibs, we'll go a song by the Proclaimers, Life With You.
I like that you chose Life With You as well, because it's not one of the stereotypical. So I love that.
Yeah, it's a sick one. Everyone knows it. It's fine.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, with the Proclaimers as well, you're pulling me back across. We're gonna have to get someone from St. Mirren on, because they're losing a fan. Ellis, this has been so much fun. Where can they follow? I know you said you're quite private on social media, but where can they follow you on social media if they want to keep up with you?
Ellis Notley.
Ellis Notley.
that is
Hibs Women's football club.
Yeah.
All right, Ellis, this has been so much fun. Thank you very much. Listeners, thank you very much for listening, because without you, this podcast doesn't go round and round. It's just me messaging people on Instagram like a weirdo. So, everybody, thank you very much. As the usual, as Ellis, say it again, say like, subscribe, and watch.
Like, subscribe, and watch on YouTube, guys.
Yes, perfect. There we go. I couldn't have put it any better. Thank you all very much. I'll see you again next week for another episode. Season 2 has been so much fun. And as I've just said, it comes down to the guests and the listeners. You guys make it what it is. See you again next week for another episode. Goodbye.